The crabs quickly formed a defensive line. They braced themselves to take on the seagulls diving toward them. They raised their claws high, striking a threatening pose at the sky. But in the blink of an eye, the crabs casually dispersed as if nothing had happened. They even scooped up the very last feather lying on the ground before leaving. On the other side, a group of penguins was lounging on the ice, enjoying the sun. Suddenly, something massive broke the peace. A killer whale charged forward with its jaws wide open. It headed straight toward the unsuspecting penguins. At the crucial moment, one penguin shouted a command. All the penguins instantly slid in unison to the far side of the ice. Next, a team of ants was busy storing food under the captain's orders. They didn't dare relax for even a second with winter approaching. But then, an anteater suddenly launched a stealthy attack. Seeing the colony in danger, the captain immediately called for a regroup. The ants dropped their food on the spot and hurried toward each other. Under the captain's command, they squeezed tightly into a solid ball, but the air inside was so poor that the entire ball of ants ended up suffocating. One day, a group of meerkats stared at a fruit that was just about to ripen. They waited eagerly for it to fall. Just then, a dark shadow swooped down from the sky. The meerkats scrambled back into their burrows in fright. The newcomer was a vulture, clearly eyeing the fruit for itself. Without hesitation, it snatched the fruit right under the meerkats' noses and flew off. The meerkats immediately took off after it, but the vulture didn't take them seriously at all. The next moment, a meerkat leapt into the air and managed to grab the fruit. The others quickly joined in, one after another. They jumped up, clinging onto each other's legs, stretching upward, like a living ladder trying to pull the vulture down. Unfortunately, the strength gap was too great. The vulture flapped hard, lifting the entire chain of meerkats into midair, giving them a wild roller coaster in the sky ride. With a sharp turn, the meerkats were flung off like raindrops. Even so, the meerkats refused to give up the fruit. The vulture swooped down for another attack. Right as the meerkats were about to be knocked away, the fruit was quickly passed to another teammate. They started tossing it through the air, back and forth, trying to throw off the vulture's rhythm. Although the vulture managed to snatch the fruit during a handoff, it lost its grip, and the fruit plummeted straight downward. The vulture dove after it, caught the fruit just in time, and tried to escape, but the meerkats seized the moment and jumped onto its back, stacking themselves into a triangle to pin it down. The vulture shook violently a few times and sent them all flying, then went back to gloating. But to its surprise, the very next second the fruit somehow ended up back in the meerkats' hands. They began passing it around again, planning to kick it back up onto the tree. They never expected what would happen next.